Hey guys, what's going on? It's Target here. Oh my goodness, how long has it been? I guess October of 2015 was the last time I put out a video. Man, that seems like a long time ago. And I know that I've been getting a lot of comments from people saying, is Target done? Is he ever coming back? You know, what's the story? R.I.P. Target. The fact is, I've never actually quit. And I'll mention a couple things again here shortly as to why I took a break and why I'm coming back. Number one, in the last year, it's been so crazy. There's been so much. And you know what? Not having YouTube going on at the same time has been an absolute blessing for me because I've gotten to really focus my energy on my family, which is what I said I was going to do. And you know what? I went out and did it. And I'm having a fantastic time just being a dad, being a husband, being a member of a family, and it's been so much fun this past year, and now my son, he's over a year old now. For those of you wondering, his name's Orin, Orin. I've never actually revealed that before. I don't know why not. It's not really that there was anything against revealing it, but his name's Orin. He's perfectly healthy. I don't know what to say. He's just starting to kind of figure out how to walk a little bit on his own, or not on his own, pardon me, like with the assistance of like holding on to something. And I'll tell you, as a parent, first-time parent, it's super exciting to see him do those things. Like he's just learning how to give a hug, which is awesome. It feels so good. You really have no idea until you actually have kids what that feeling is like. But yeah, the last year's been absolutely nuts. I've done so many great things. I haven't been to too many places, really. With a kid, there's not many options. I've been to Calgary. I've got some family who own a cabin out of town on a lake, so we end up going out there quite a bit and spending some time. They got jet skis and stuff like that, so we rip around and have a good time on that. And that's pretty much all I've been doing is just working. I've been working a lot. I'm actually just came back from vacation now, and my wife actually is now back at work after basically she's gone about 13 months, give or take, for her mat leave. It's 12 months mat leave, and then she took an extra month off at the beginning because she just wasn't feeling up to it anymore, and then they clear you medically to kind of take a short-term disability. So that's kind of what happened. Now, obviously in the background here, you got some NHL 17 ESHL gameplay. We'll get more into that a little bit later, of what I think about it. But one of the big things that I've been asked is, are you going to be doing it again? And you know what? I think I'm going to give you a soft yes on that one. We are going to be getting back into things with NHL 17. I feel like jumping into 16 now with about a month left till 17 launches would be a little silly. So what we're going to do is we're going to start fresh when NHL 17 comes out. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I'm excited about that. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do is we're going to shoot some NHL 17 ideas at you. Let me know what you think about them. I got a couple that I really want to do, and I'm hoping that you guys kind of get behind it and have fun with it anyway. I saw the trailers and all the features that were going to be in NHL 17, and I was like, you know what? I want to be a part of this. This looks amazing. It's basically the game that I wanted. I sent out a tweet it said just this thing was, I want this game. This game, NHL 17, is the game that I wanted 10 years ago, and it truly is. It's got the creative team. It's got so many different ways to edit uniforms and players, and you know what? The gameplay is great. If the gameplay sucked and those features were in there, yeah, you know it'd be a hard time selling that to the hardcore fans. But for somebody like me who really appreciates little things like being able to customize jerseys and have a third jersey and the arenas and how much you want to spend on concessions, stuff like that. That is where I feel like you're really being listened to as a fan, is when you've got features like that in there. So, without further ado, let's jump into a couple things that I want to do for NHL 17 coming up here right away. Now, the big one that I want to do is a brand new thing. I don't know that anybody else really does it like this, but we're going to be doing a franchise mode that's going to be hard to get used to. 2 franchise modes, actually, and I'm going to keep them as regular as I possibly can. One will go a little bit quicker than the other, and you'll see why in a second. But the first one's going to be a franchise mode by committee. All right, so this is going to be determined completely by you guys. Now, when I say completely, I mean what I'm going to do is to speed up the process, because otherwise it'd be so painstaking. I'm actually going to give you a few options. All right, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, maximum of 4 options to choose from, and then you're going to answer. And the way we're going to answer these questions, or ask these questions, pardon me, is through Twitter and Facebook polls. I'm sure I'm sure that all of you are aware of what those are. And the way to do them is to go to my Facebook page and my Twitter page. Twitter's at TargetAud18, and my Facebook is Target Audience 18. So make sure you like me and subscribe to me on Twitter, or follow me on Twitter. Also turn on those notifications so that when those voting polls open up, they're easy to find and you won't be missing out on casting your vote. So you have to make sure to find me on one of those features. Now, I'm not saying you can't leave a comment down in the description of the video, or down in the comment section of the video. I will still read them. However, I'm going to lean more towards the voting polls to really determine where I'm going to go with the game. Obviously, if somebody presents a sort of an idea that I never even thought of, didn't consider, then I might actually reconsider those voting options. Maybe just go with the option you suggested, or change the poll to reflect the new idea. So if you kind of get where I'm getting at with this. Now I'm going to let you guys choose almost every decision we make, all right? Like I said, I'm going to kind of narrow things down so we're, not wasting too much time, but you guys are going to have the majority of the say in this, all right? So what this will include is naming the team. That's right. What we're going to be doing is actually creating a team from scratch and replacing one of the NHL teams in the game, all right? So we're going to pretend that they're going to be relocated for the beginning of the 2016-17 season. Hold on, my mic is just dropping here. There we go. We're going to pretend that they're going to be relocated for the 2016-2017 season. And so what we need to do is we need to come up with a team name, a city that they're going to be moving to, and also a color scheme. I'll design the jerseys and all that stuff in the arena because it would take too long to go that route. But there's a couple other things you guys need to determine before we can even get started. And so as a result of that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing polls leading up to the launch of NHL 17. All right, guys? So that's kind of the idea. So keep an eye on Twitter for that. It's going to be coming at you very shortly. The next one is going to be a franchise mode by theme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to win the Stanley Cup using a specific team, but then building that team in a way that it kind of goes around a theme of sorts. So I'll get your guys' kind of opinion on what you think of a theme. You can put your comments down in the comment section below. One thing might be a player made up, or a team made up of all of power forwards, or a team made up of snipers, or a team made up of people that are all over 6'3", something like that. Make it interesting and see how the game reacts to those kind of players being put together, and see if it creates a winning combination. All right, so we'll kind of get into it as we go throughout the year. Obviously, we're going to be doing Be a Pro tutorials. I'm going to hit you with some tutorials when I can this year. Hopefully more. I've got a nice list of different tutorials I'd like to sink into, but also I'd like to add maybe some hut team builds. Depending, I'm not a big hut player, so it'd be more like a collection type thing, nothing huge. Maybe some weekly sims. We'll see how things go, like a game of the week type thing, and see how it goes. And I'll give you sort of like the TSN/ESPN broadcast version of the highlights. And then finally, maybe some EASHL highlights and montages. I don't know yet. You guys can always leave comments down below. And then, of course, we'll keep doing channel updates just like this, so you can touch base with me and see where I'm at, see what's going on. And I'll try to keep these as regular as possible too, especially if I'm not going to be producing the content that I was for NHL 15. Doesn't mean the content's not going to be great. It just means that there might not be as much of it. All right, so again, we're going to wrap this up really quickly here because I just wanted a quick video to touch base with you guys. Twitter, at TargetAud18, Facebook, Target Audience 18, and you can hit up both of those. Make sure you do them ahead of time so that you have that chance to like the pages, and then be prepared for those polls hitting you soon, okay? And each poll will last about a week, I'm thinking, to make our decisions. And they won't be weekly. It won't be like Monday, there'll be a new poll. It might be a new poll Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then each one of those lasts a week so I can get your votes in. But you don't want to leave that to the last minute and not get your vote counted, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to address there, guys. Thanks for letting me take this time off. I've had an absolute blast. Couldn't have asked for anything more. You guys are fantastic. You've been great fans. I can't believe I only lost like 500 subscribers the entire time. So I'm really, really happy to have a fan base like you guys, and I'm gonna deliver some content to you guys like you've never seen before, and hopefully you can bear with me on a sort of a rebranding of sorts where we're just focusing on NHL 17 and having fun with it. All right, guys? So I'll leave it there. Until next time, I'm Target Audience. And for the first time in like 12 months, I'll see you guys out on the ice.